I once saved P. Diddy's life.
David. Well, hang on, before we get there, David. P. Diddy. Where does one begin? A rapper, a singer, very popular, sells a lot of records.
Right.
We can have a look at a photo. Here he is. Take a look. For viewers at home, perhaps.
That's the man whose life I saved.
Right.
So, how did you do it?
He was drowning, and I saved him. I jumped in and I saved him.
You were lucky he was drowning, because you couldn't have saved him from drowning if he'd been choking.
What was he drowning in?
Water?
OK, where was this? Where was this?
Saint-Tropez.
Get you? You and P. Diddy in the sea in Saint-Tropez.
Yes, indeed.
So were you were socialising with P. Diddy beforehand? You didn't just happen to come across him?
Yeah, we were socialising. We were on the same boat together.
Hang on a minute. Are you Welsh?
Yes, I'm a Welsh person.
Then I find this very hard to believe.
So why were you on this boat?
We have a mutual friend who owns a boat.
What, you and P. Diddy?
Yes.
Derek Evans from Pontypridd. Derek has been very close to Diddy for some years now. When was this?
5 years ago? 4 or 5 years ago.
4 or 5 years ago, all right.
Why were you both in Saint-Tropez at the same time?
It was Cannes at the time, and we just went there to party. And she said one day, oh, P. Diddy's joining us tomorrow. And I was like, oh, cool.
And why did you get invited?
I'm friends with the lady who owns the boat. I'm not friends with P. Diddy, so...
Did he come on his own, or did he have some of his entourage with him?
He came with one giant bodyguard.
And so they get on the boat, him and the bodyguard.
Yeah.
And then he goes for a swim, or does he fall off?
Or was he pushed?
We got pretty steaming that night when he got on the boat. It was a bit of a raucous party. The next morning, he was a bit hungover. I remember him saying, yo, I'm hungover. And I was like, yeah. We all
Did
are.
he think
Get a
your
grip.
name was Yo?
Yeah, possibly. He was hungry, and I remember him eating a big bowl of pasta for lunch. Then he was like, I'm going to go for a dip. And he jumped into the ocean off the boat.
said he couldn't swim.
Well, this is... Okay, let me finish.
Well,
Get there.
sorry. As he dived, he went, oh, I can't!
No. He dived into the ocean.
Oh, God, I forgot! I've done that. Haven't you done that? Do you know what I mean? We've all done it.
Whose team are you on?
So this wasn't a very high boat, then?
Oh, it was like a speedboat that was part of the bigger boat. We took the smaller boat to go out into the open ocean to swim.
So you took him further from somewhere where he might be safe?
I'm not his father. I'm not like P. Diddy. Can you swim? He just jumped in.
I think if I was socialising with a rap star, I might not ask them whether or not they can swim before they go swimming. I think
I
that's
would.
You would?
Yeah, because if they jump in and suddenly they're drowning, they'll start... start shooting it up, you know.
So you've got into a smaller boat.
He jumps off the smaller boat. I didn't think much of it. I turn around to look how he's doing. I just glance, as P. Diddy, you're going to look. And he's got his hands balled into fists, and he's kind of doing this.
That is a fatal error when it
Just
comes to
hitting
swimming.
the water with clenched fists. And I thought he was
Like he's
messing
trying to
around.
destroy the sea.
I couldn't work it out. I was like,
My nemesis.
So I jumped in, I swam across to him, and I'm like, yeah, OK, calm down. He's like, help, help. And I grabbed him around his chest like this and kind of swam back to the boat and, you know, got him on the ladder, and he said, thanks. And I was like, you're welcome, P. Diddy.
That's all right. So what are you thinking, David?
This is the most ridiculous story I've ever heard.
Well, I think that if P. Diddy could have done anything that stupid and you would have saved him, he'd have said to you, nobody ever hears about this, do you understand?
The various rap stars whose lives I've saved, they've all sworn me to secrecy.
So, David, truth or lie?
Well, I think we think it's a lie.
You're saying a lie. Steve Jones, P. Diddy, truth or lie?
It is true.